So guys, is it just me or did the Tiger Nico seem a little bit underwhelming in this and the previous chapter? I expected him to be, I guess, more dominant. However, this could just be us downplaying Kiryu, meaning he's much stronger than I really expected. Or of course, the fight's just beginning, Nico hasn't even begun trying in this exchange. However, something arguably more important is of course the death of Okoya getting closer and closer. We see that Gilbert Wu is here alongside William Wu and they are fighting Okoya, or William Wu is, as Gilbert far stronger than Okoya wouldn't even be a match, now giving us a chance to see what William's capable of, a Wu member that has also met the Connector, and someone Gilbert actually has pretty much respected on multiple occasions in the series, meaning he's definitely very strong. Also being the only other survivor in the battle against Howard Wu when we first got the introduction of Gilbert Wu and everything like that. So cool stuff regarding that, but let's take it from the beginning. We get it confirmed right away that Okoya's suit has gone through an upgrade, improvements to his durability and mobility compared to the previous model. Last time we saw Okoya, that was in his fight against Lu Tien, where he was able to defeat him with of course the almighty flashlight, now being I guess stronger than ever before due to the suit. However, mentally wise, he's probably still not where he was back even in the Purgatory tournament, as kinda claimed by himself when he was facing Lu Tien, pretty much implying that he's falling off, and I think we've all seen that for quite some time now. One of the coolest things we got to see in this chapter is Kiryu almost landing a pretty deadly blow. This is due to him combining a new variation of his blink, or new way of using blink, alongside his Rakushasha's palm, the two moves of the Koei style. What he did here was combining two blinks and using the first one as a bluff, which seemed to be very effective and was pretty badass to actually see. Blink, when it comes to techniques throughout all of Kengan, is an ability that I like the most. It's very simple in concept, however when he uses it, it's just badass, this disappearing from your opponent's perspective, ending somewhere else, and then even in the anime adaptation of the story, it is even more badass due to of course the flowing motion and how fast he actually disappears. Him continuing to expand on it is of course very perfect. However, a main thing I wanted from Kiryu in Kengan Omega was him uncovering more techniques of the Koei style. If you don't remember, there's only two techniques, the palm and blink, that remained after I guess the war that Genzan was able to recover. No other techniques were revealed. However, variations and I guess adjustments have occurred through of course Kiryu using it on his feet back in the Annihilation tournament, and even with other characters like Ruki learning it from Kiryu, having slight differences which was revealed in one of the character, I guess, information graphics, comparing Kiryu and Ryuki's Rakushasha's palm, with Kiryu's being better of course as we expected. It's very clear that Nico's Indestructible is of course very strong, being able to tank the Rakushasha's palm without much trouble. However, he does claim himself it would have been dangerous if he didn't use it at the time he did. A second later would have been pretty much major damage inflicted on him, meaning Kiryu is still one of the most dangerous people to face in the entire universe, even against the Tiger Nico, who the previous time we saw him absolutely destroyed the likes of Mutaba and got insane hype in the story, using Faye as a guinea pig to test some stuff to evolve the Nico style for himself. Additionally, this fight will be giving us a way to scale current Kiryu to pretty much all the other characters in Kengan Omega, to get an understanding of how much he's actually improved since Kengan Ashura. If you don't remember, back in Ashura when he was going kinda crazy after being defeated by Kuroki, viewing Yamashita as Nico, etc., he kinda got clapped by Oma, but a fight that actually forced Oma to unleash the Demon's Bane for the first time in the series. We didn't have the whole dramatic reveal of it, it was just hinted at that he used it here, continuing to use it in the following rounds when he faced Wakatsuki, etc. Then when we flash forward to Kengan Omega, Kiryu hasn't really done too much. When we got his return in the Purgatory tournament, the main power scaling points we can note is him talking a little bit of shit about Faye, but that could just be jealousy or whatever other reason, Kiryu kinda insane. and then taking out various worm members alongside Ryuki and Okoya, with him not really being pushed in any of those fights. For example, when they faced ZG, that involved Ryuki and Okoya getting beat up. Even when they faced Lutien, Kiryu had no trouble with his part, while Okoya had the pretty much close fight against Lutien, meaning all the way up to this point now, we haven't really seen current Kiryu go all out, and what he's demonstrating currently is very impressive. Even though I mentioned that the Tiger Nico isn't looking as good as I initially expected, he was able to stab Kiryu in this exchange, and based on damage he is technically winning. He's just not really dominating and being set up as this final villain I kinda view him as in the story. Not really having this insane aura or I guess look of him where he's in complete control of the fight. Maybe that's just the effect of seeing so much of Shen Wulong in the story of recent. However, even Edward Wu, someone compared to the likes of Nico, had much more aura around him when he was fighting, for example Ryan, Irio, etc. Who I guess should be on the same level as Kiryu in like a broader perspective. Ryan, Kiryu, around the same range I would imagine, with Eddie of course being way stronger than the likes of Ryan in that fight. Kiryu is doing much better than I initially expected, even claiming that he's pretty much going to steal Oma's revenge, which I don't believe is going to happen. I believe Kiryu is going to be killed, or at the very least defeated, but dying is probably the case. And of course, speaking about characters dying, it's time for Okoya to go onto the ground. Like, just take a second, look at this panel. Man is sitting there waiting to jump the Tiger Nico as Kiryu is facing him, with Gilbert and William pulling up from behind, of course freaking him out. Even Okoya's facial expressions throughout this chapter are just making me think this goofy bozo needs to die. Getting pretty much blitzed by William here. Man claimed to have one of the fastest reaction speeds in the entire universe. Already has his new suit cracked up, got destroyed, and is probably going to get clapped by William, not going to be surprised. So, rip to Okoya. Kiryu absolutely go to this chapter. The Tiger Nico may be going on fraud watch for a little bit, however I still believe he's going to show some insane stuff. Hopefully he reveals some new Nico style techniques we've never seen before. That was one of the most appealing parts about Faye in his fight against Waka, the new Nico style techniques we got to see. And of course, is Nico going to use the advanced Divine Demon or something else completely? Maybe when Kiryu pulls out Fallen Demon. Hopefully we stay on Kiryu and the Tiger Nico and get an all out fight between the two, and then here and there cutting to Okoya getting the shit beat out of him. Apart from all that, we need to get more of an understanding of the Tiger Nico's motives. For example, why did he join the worm? What is his overall goal? Of course, I have my theory that I've gone over in a few videos now. Him wanting to be the strongest and surpass the god of the universe, Shen Wulong, doing any means to do that, even joining his side after seeing his power at a young age. This is all just a theory, but this being hinted at the very least is something I definitely want in this fight. That's everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Become a member. Shout out to the Mad Lads. That's it guys. Peace.